Hey, yeah, boy. Hey, yeah. I turned that nigga to a fucking stalker. Yeah, he called my phone so much I had to block him. Yeah, go get your dick wet by some other bitch shit. Don't be wasting none of my time with this sucker shit. I'm sucker free. I'm sucker free. Yeah, I'm sucker free. I'm sucker free. I'ma treat you like a hoe. What the fuck you niggas thought this was? He gon' have me looking stupid while you fucking with her. I'ma tell you this, I'ma fuck your friend. You take this shit up, take her up, yeah. Fuck you, bitch, I ain't gon' play nice. I'ma ride the face like a motherfucking vice. Take my ass out of her twice. Put you out the next fucking night. Let her fuck with the lights on. Get a sperm like click. You only good to dick. I had some money to get a click. I'm back up on my ratchet shit. I know you don't hold it up. I don't give a fuck about you. I'ma treat you like a hoe. I'ma treat you like a dog, bitch. But I'ma let you start. I ain't gon' give your ass a bone. And bitch as it's on guard. Turn that nigga to a fucking stalker. Yeah, he called my phone so much I had to block him. Yeah, go get your dick wet by some other bitch. Don't be wasting none of my time with this sucker shit. I'm sucker free. I'm sucker free. I'm sucker free. I'm sucker free. Sucker free, bitch. Sucker free. Yo, one thing about it, two things for sure. Sucker free. The top free out there, bitches. Don't let them treat you like no hoe. Look, stay sucker free in this thing. Them folks don't know what they talking about, bitch. You can play your own bitch. Especially why these niggas like a motherfucking train. Go ahead, bitch, do your motherfucking thing. Get out your business, get in your bag. Hoes looking like fucking scallywags. Yeah.
Hey y'all. Can y'all hear me? I hope y'all can hear me. Yeah. I won't be here long. Trust that. YouTube don't owe me a motherfucking dime. Hey sis. Hey Tony. Hey Vibrant. Hey Gordo. Hold up. It is a lot going on, girl. Ain't a lot going on. I got a raisin phase, y'all. I had heard something. I don't know if it was raisin phase. Raisin phase. I don't give a fuck what type of phase, cause bitch, we ain't seen your face. How about that kind of face? Hey, so. Little pressure. Yeah, I know, right? Finna go to bed and sleep real good. My blood pressure not raised. Girl, I'm high as fuck right now. Like, I really could give a fuck. But, you know, fuck it. Like, that's what we here for, right? So, you know, seize the moment, right? Mm-hmm. I heard it too because I wasn't really there, so I had to go and like, you know, rewind and see what was said. Nikki, I think raisin girl, I don't fucking know. I don't. Yo, like I mean, how can you be mad? Like, how can you be mad? I'm like, hi, and it's just like really kind of sinking in right now. And what the fuck is a razor face girl? I guess she trying to say I'm old, you know, whatever, bitch. Hope you make it there. Surviving on cash apps and crab legs. Your nerve shot vibe. Don't worry about it, baby. It's all good. Everything is all good. Everything gonna be okay. What's up, Gip? How you doing? Let's see what you said, like right. Hold up. The girl was sipping on some good old red wine, smoking real good. I had my feet up. I mean, I just came because, like, what the fuck? There go the link, though. I ain't put the link. Let me make sure it's here. I really ain't got too much to say because, like, what the fuck? What am I saying? Like, I don't know who those bitches are. Maybe when we say things like those bitches on their community walls, maybe we should be more specific. Because, I be on my community wall and I be sharing shit and I be saying shit and it don't necessarily be intended for one person all the time. But hey, hit dogs be hollering. What's up, Tisa? Hi. Oh, there goes my girl. Oh, I wish you would come up here with me. You so much fun to me. You don't even gotta know what's going on, girl. A bitch mad, but what's new? That's Shay, y'all. I am her. It's okay. Here go Tisa, y'all. Hold on. I'm supposed to use a banner, Tisa. Let me learn how to use a banner. Oh, wait. Ooh, I got a couple of guests. Hold on, y'all. Hey,
This me, Tony.
hey, hey, Shay, is that you?
Hey.
Yes, this me. Hey, baby.
Oh, I'm so glad you came.
Girl, nothing. I love when people say I'm fun. I had to attack that link. You hear me? I don't get that often.
Our
How
friend,
you
I
doing?
on the link. I'm good. Okay, look, it's a little bit of sector business happening. Let me explain that to Tisa real quick, and then we just gonna kick and laugh because it really ain't shit.
Okay, I'm gonna just listen because I'm not really real well acclimated with y'all, but I definitely am listening. I'm
So you
all ears.
cool with all parties involved, and I happen to know that just from the cloud. So you just
Okay, let's go.
Tisa is too, but she know what it is. Like right? Ooh, little pressure. I'm sorry. Let me stop calling.
I can't stop calling her life right, girl.
Is that you, babe? I can barely hear you. Hold on.
Oh, look, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Is it better?
It's
But hey, y'all.
okay.
Hey. So wait a minute. Tell me what happened.
I
Oh,
mean,
I don't know. I just know they came and told me and Demetria that she was cussing us out per usual.
Who cussed?
Cesaro cussing us out because we was in Demetra chat popping our shit. Like per usual, like we do in any chat. I don't know what's different about today.
Okay.
But what's the problem with anybody' opinion?
I mean, I guess because it was other things happening. I think it was maybe the climax of Demetra talking her shit. Rita was in the
Mm.
chat talking her shit. I added my 2 cents. Lil Pressure added her 2 cents. And we all
But
got
wait a minute.
different
I was in
perspectives.
Demetrius. Yeah, I was in Demetrius chat, and I agreed with her commentary in regards. Oh, I
Sorry,
agree
that's
with her
the
comment.
baby. Hold on, let me get.
I was like, wait. But no, I agree with her commentary in regards to what was happening. I mean, I don't understand what the issue is.
I mean, the issue is like for me specifically, I didn't listen to everything, but I listen. I don't care how mad you are, I can listen. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If you're a woman that's upset with me, I mean, like whatever on the internet. But what I heard
Right.
is that for me specifically, I didn't need to say anything because she wasn't talking to me. Okay, cool. You ain't got to be talking to me. I wasn't all the time talking to you. Sometimes I was. But the fact is,
Mm-hmm.
my name was said a whole bunch of times in the past already. And I never fully
Right.
responded, never reacted. I let you get that off. I let you
Right.
talk.
You never respond.
I never even forced an interaction where we was gonna have to cuss each other out or anything like that because I really don't give a fuck. And when I made
Right.
a decision that I was no longer comfortable with the way you speak to me or my friends, because I don't give a fuck
Mm-hmm.
that they feel like, oh, you taking up for your friends. Yeah,
Right. They do the same thing though.
that right. That's my point, which is why it's weird that we can't do that, but you know, certain people can, and it's okay.
Right.
I
Also,
could just
for you to
interject.
say
That's what makes your friendship solid is your loyalty. I'm
exactly,
going back on mute.
exactly. That's my point. So, I mean, but then it's like, how many fake ass friends we gotta watch you take up for people that we watched you drag, cuss out, talk all kind of shit
Mm-hmm.
about, and when you feel protective over them, everybody's supposed to be like, oh, okay, well, you know, she's all good now. No, fuck all that fake ass shit. That's
Yeah,
why
with
But this,
me,
I
she's
left.
mad because I wouldn't let her lie on me. I left her a long time ago and she knew. Like I wasn't modding, I wasn't going back to her chat no more. Cause once you give me your ass to kiss, and you know I've been there when you had two people in your life, and the shit that happened with the Miss O, she tried to explain it like I'm mad because she took her side. It ain't a, I expected you to be fair at the very least because I'm your mod. But when you go and you purposely lie on me to spin a narrative on me and make me content, I'm a dip. You got one time to do that shit to me. So I wasn't having it.
mm,
I left. Then she tried to play like I'm mad because she took a mod stick when I didn't even know when she took the mod stick. I thought I removed my own mod stick when I unsubscribed. But she
mm.
keep lying on me. And I don't lie on me. Don't lie on me. And then this, oh, you mad because I didn't promote your channel? Bitch, I ain't never asked nobody to promote my channel. Like, seriously. I get intimidated
I
with
think
more than
over
20 people in my life. What the fuck is you
right.
talking
I
about?
think over here that nobody over here really cares about numbers in the chat. We just be getting a kiki. That's it.
That's it.
Literally just be over here chilling. Like I don't even be
Yeah,
on
we just.
anybody that don't know that about me. By the first of all, I smoke too much weed. I'm a damn near single alcoholic. I mean, when I'm working and handling my business and taking care of my kids, I'm really for real chillaxing. I'm here to enjoy the laughter and the fun and the shits and giggles. I'm not gonna let
Right.
you get content out of me because you're bored and feel like cussing the bitch out in your chat. That's just really all it came down to. Like everything else could have just been water under the bridge. But it was the
Right.
need to keep saying Nikki and them, Tony and them, Bella and them. Like, let's be very fucking clear. I
So
never
wait a minute.
did to
This
none of
happened today.
it. Today was her going on her live a few minutes ago, repeatedly fucking screaming my name and out of breath. I don't even know really beyond first saying I was in Demetrius chat and then I had a raised face. I really don't know. Like I was trying to kind of listen, but I mean, I did ask gotta care. Like I gotta care a little bit more, and I really didn't. I was like, let me just go live. Which she said I was a catfish, as though nobody has ever seen me on a FaceTime video or anything like that.
Girl, you do shorts and all kind of stuff.
Oh, I guess she thinks every picture is filtered, but who gives a fuck when you've never shown your face? The audacity of you to give is weird.
What I don't understand is I think people have a right to voice their opinion on what they see on this internet. If you do it on the internet, people are going to talk about it. What we seen, well, what I'm gonna put it on me. What I seen today, in my opinion, it was distasteful. You know what I'm saying? I dropped in for a moment. I saw, I view, I left. I didn't like that shit. I left. You don't like some, but you're able to voice what you saw. And that's what Demetra was doing. You know what I'm saying?
I
It
Mhm.
hate
just happens to be that different ones agree with her. You can't get upset because people agree with somebody's commentary. That doesn't make sense.
right.
Correct.
It's just ridiculous because, like, how many ridiculous things has she said and we sat in the chat and laughed and supported that shit? Like, let's
Right, right.
man, like that's I don't understand why you're so mad. Like that's all I'm saying. And I
Yeah, I
understand.
don't understand
You
it.
know, I never addressed anything about her husband. That's not my business. I literally
Hmm.
never addressed it. So, like, to throw me in a group of, and they said, them hoes said this about my husband, them bitches said that about my husband. Like, I never, when I
Wait,
heard
wait. She said who? Who said something about her husband?
them bitches, like, so that's the
That
problem.
whole y'all and just
That's
trying to make it seem like
Yeah, it's
people
very
are okay.
general. It's very general.
yeah, you
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't.
like you're not even you get, but you get what I'm saying. You can't say them bitches and it's like 26, 30 people in the chat, 50, 100. It doesn't matter, and we're
Right,
all typing
right.
and we're all
I
having
think
a
somebody's gonna ask. Like, I'm a motherfucker that's on the outside looking in, so I'm not taking no sides. But I'm gonna be a motherfucker that like, okay, what bitches we talking about today? You know, that's just me. So no, you know what
And I
bitches.
think that's why we like to get together.
Yeah,
Because
let's
we
put
have the
that on.
conversation that you're talking about. We get on the
Right.
panels, we kiki, we just talk about what's going on the YouTube streets, and we laugh. And I mean, like,
And it's
I don't
supposed to
think,
be
like,
left there. So that's the whole point. Like, any
right,
animosity, anger, any uncertainty about somebody, if you think they fake, once you put it out there, just stand on it. And I mean, that don't
right.
mean that you gotta live every day reliving the same shit. And I think that with my sector, that's a part of the problem. These people want to relive these same storylines. They want to talk about the same stuff. And it's like it gets to a point where, okay, we've heard it all before. Can we please move on to the next storyline that's a little bit more interesting?
Here's
exactly.
my thing, though. I think this is where people shoot themselves in the foot because it's not one content creator on YouTube that I totally agree with. I
Facts.
find I can find a flaw in every content creator, I go over support, give them a click in the view and all. It's not one content creator that I don't disagree with on
Right.
certain issues.
All different individuals walking different paths. So your opinions on certain things might be a little bit more elevated
Right,
than mine because you know you embody a different type of energy. You on that grown woman shit for real, for real. So the way that you view things and see things is a little bit different from how I see things and view things, but it don't necessarily mean that either one of us is wrong.
right. It don't mean you're wrong. I was just gonna say that it doesn't mean you're wrong. It means that it's just not for me.
Right.
I'm not
That's like
feeling
me
that.
telling
It's not for
Tisa,
me.
hey, I need you to put on this hijab because I wear a hijab. I need you to wear it too. And if you don't, you offend me. Which is,
Right.
just be honest and excuse my language, ladies, but that's some fucking bullshit. We
It is.
cannot live our lives like that, dictated by what other people like and desire from us. You got to live your life for
Exactly.
yourself.
Exactly.
And
That's
then
Mm-hmm.
standing on
But you know
it.
what? Here's my thing. I purposely don't make videos about her because her go-to is they making content off my back. They trying to come up off me.
right.
So I'm not gonna give her that.
Oh, that was
This
If
is
she keep
you.
trying me, want
This
me
is
to do it, but
YouTube,
the
love.
most she gonna get out of me is the community post because that seems to be
Listen, but
bothering
this
her
is
more.
YouTube, love. You have the right under YouTube's guidelines to react to any content that is put publicly on their platform.
right. That
Mm-hmm.
is true. But see,
Mm-hmm.
this is the thing. Like
What
she
you
mentioned
see.
tonight, oh, Demetra making money off of y'all. Y'all standing behind Demetra. That's like part of the reason why I decided to go live is because this has been a repeated statement. Tony is not really here to argue with anybody. Like anybody that's seen me around here, like I talk my shit like anybody else. But I'm not gonna be like, oh, holding a grudge against you and arguing with you every time I see you in the chat. That's not something that I do. So therefore, if I say something and I say it in the chat on Tuesday, chances are by Wednesday I really don't even it doesn't mean anything to me for me to like go back and forth with you about it the next day.
Right.
So
Because
I
the
don't
Right, because
care.
it doesn't
Tony,
affect your
you said
growth.
it on Tuesday. On Friday, what you said still motherfucking stand.
It
Bitch, if
still
I say
stands.
you a snake, if
It
I say you a snake
absolutely
on
stands.
Tuesday, hoe, by the time Friday get here, bitch, you still a snake.
Right.
Like my
That
changes you.
is true. It still stands, but I'm not finna like argue with you about what the fuck I said. I said what I
You
You
said.
moved on.
And like
what
that's just what it is. You see
like
it, you see
yeah.
my name in front of it, you can click on it and go to it and see that's my channel. I said it.
I
It's
mean,
like
I
Right.
have people that come back and they have screenshots of what they call receipts, I guess. And they like, oh well, you said this on this day. Yes, bitch. I typed that in the chat. That's how I was feeling about you that day, ho. So that's what I put.
yes,
Okay. It doesn't change just because I speak to you now, or I may say, hey, what's up? And you get a salute out of me, bitch. I still feel like you a snake. You still a snake. I handle you like a snake.
that's just
People don't understand their positions. And that's really what this boils down to. We got a lot of grown motherfuckers that don't know how to play their part. They don't know when to chill. They don't know how to just go on hush mode or just let shit fly by night. Like I like the lady's response next to me. She said she wish she would. Oh no, that was a little pressure in the chat. She wish she would make a video in response. Sometimes you gotta have that kind of fucking attitude with certain people. And again, guys, I just have to give this disclaimer. I'm not taking sides. I really don't know the full story. I wasn't on the spaceship today, so I don't know what happened. But I will say this, just standing on what I stand on and what I stand for. If you say it once, be able to just say it again whenever. And I mean,
absolutely.
if you have to. And I mean, again, it's individuality that's involved in this because you can choose not to repeat what you said. Be like, bitch, I said what I said. If you need a reference, go back to the video and look at the timestamp, and you'll see what I.
Exactly.
I think the point I'm just trying to make behind this, and I ain't got too much emotions behind that shit. Like if I said it, I said it. Like if I got emotions behind it and you want to talk about it, like anything that I said tonight, I've said before. But tonight, specifically, the things I pointed out was things that I'm responding to that I've heard in the last 24 to 48 hours. Like people are worried about cash apps. People are worried about, and by people, I'm saying people because that's how the statement is thrown out generally. People are on their community walls worried about cash apps and worried about this and I'm not worried about none of that shit. So
Thank
when
you.
I was in Demetra's live tonight, the things that I was typing were in response to Demetra's commentary and a live that I never heard before. So I was reacting to the commentary and also reacting to things that have been said, things that people have brought to me, like, oh, you know, whatever's going on. Like I haven't really fully been watching. So I was really kind of catching up in Demetra's live. And it was a live reaction. We were all having a live reaction. But apparently, something that I said, something I said triggered.
Well, she might have been talking about me because I be one of the motherfuckers worried about cash outs. You motherfuckers don't never cash out me, god damn it. I want to be
I
paid
ain't
for
never
my
got a cash
motherfucking
up out
comedy.
here. I have
Listen,
sent
I
plenty of
want to be
cash apps.
I want to be
Cash apps. I
compensated.
ain't never asked for nothing in return. I ain't never really dropped my cash app in nobody's chat. But you know, I've supported plenty of people via cash app on here.
Yeah, yeah.
So can I
Right.
can I
I've never
can I
mentioned. So like, I don't understand what the point of that was.
can I respond to Duchess? She said, "Have I gotten cussed out yet?" I heard I got cussed out, but I never heard it. So I never addressed it because I never heard it. I heard that I got cussed out before. I never heard it. I know that was when the time this heat first came on her channel. You remember that? And they
Yeah, we
said
all
something about
allegedly.
yeah, but I didn't hear it. It's a lot of people
I
said
didn't
that the
hear
way she talked to you, da da, and I've never heard it. I actually never heard it.
I've
So
never
I
heard
yeah,
mean, I'm me myself. I'm gonna be honest. Anytime, and I've had several people go live on me from females to males. I never go over and see what they saying. I don't. And I'm gonna be honest because if I watch it, I'm gonna respond because that's just my energy. I'm a Gemini, so I know what to do and what not to do to keep me from really agitating the situation. I'd rather just let it die down. If you that mad that you struck up a live to talk about me, Well, it sucks to be you because I didn't come and watch it. Putting
I
like
mean, and honestly, I probably wouldn't have even known about it if I hadn't have been told about it. I might have caught it later, but it's just like this ain't the first time that my name has been like, Tony Montana. Like, listen, I don't bother you. I stay the fuck from around you by choice, not by force, ever. I've never been asked to get the fuck from around you other than when I had already got the fuck from around you. Like, that's
so can I ask you, Tony, what happened that kind of caused your separation or you decided to part ways from the situation?
she would probably say it was because I jumped on the bandwagon, specifically because I heard her say that tonight. But the real reason was because I noticed the need to play up specific characters in order to maintain content. And I understood the play, but at the same time, it was like at the risk of losing people that really fuck with you. And I could go back down the timeline of that. We could start with misunderstood. Like that was the first time that it kind of started before that, but I didn't really care until the misunderstood storyline. And
now, why did that storyline affect you to the point to where okay, I got to part ways?
Like I was still there for that. Like I was like laughing through it, but it was like, oh, that's my friend, that's my friend, that's my friend, and we all knew that wasn't true. But then it started where you started disrespecting people in order to maintain this fake friendship, people that you really fuck with. And well, people that really fuck with you, whether she fucked with them or not, didn't really matter. It was people that I knew really supported her. And it was like, fuck you, bitch type shit, you know, saying all kind of crazy shit to people that's been rocking with you just to keep that whole little thing going. Only for it to end in you calling her all kind of junkies. Like, what do you mean? So that was the first thing. And then I don't really know what happened after that because I tuned out a lot, but then we can fast forward to this heat. And the thing about this heat was that she was so incredibly abrasive to the people, again, that had made the spaceship their home. It wasn't about we trying to tell her what to do. That was like, you made us feel comfortable. You made us feel like that was our home, right? So this stranger coming in, kicking fucking dirt up in our face and stomping mud holes in your fucking couch. And it was like, let her do it. And y'all better shut the fuck up about it. It wasn't just...
So you telling me she was on some Rick James, fuck your couch, nigga, fuck
Absolutely.
Your nigga.
So you know that was I ended up clicking her link. I think that was the first time I clicked her link because I remember her coming in saying, you guys are beneath me, you guys are poor. And I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
like these are your core supporters.
Kind of whack ass shit. And I'm like, what the fuck is you talking about? Like, you don't know me. And it's like,
So,
normally I wouldn't give a fuck, but it was the fact that she was put on a pedestal to say those things even louder and prouder. And we found out later that was because she paid like she weighed. Congratulations. Unfortunately, by the time the real ones really, you know, got the story out of you or whatever, it didn't really fucking matter no more what the reason was because you chose to be so utterly fucking disrespectful. It wasn't just, oh, let me do my thing and you sit over there and shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? It was more like fuck you, bitch, and goodbye level shit.
Like, you get disrespected. I ain't gonna lie. I have my streaks.
I was like, okay, well, let me go.
Her chat for no reason.
Hold on,
no more reason.
Hello, it's me.
Hey, Nikki.
Hey. Hey, everyone on the panel.
Hey,
Nikki.
Hey, I was just going to say really quick, just to be clear, every person's reason was different for leaving. Okay. But we all get grouped together as in a bandwagon thing.
So that's where the bandwagon scenario comes.
Okay. Yes, because it all happened at the same time in conjunction with a lot of us starting our channels either back up or putting more content on our channels. it all kind of happened at the same time. Me and Nikki for sure. Lightbright's been making content. A lot of us already had channels. I had already been like approaching making content and thinking about going live more. I just didn't have the time in my schedule to do it before, prior to this whole fallout. But the fallout happened to occur at a time when YouTube started giving out community walls.
Right.
We all started going
And
live.
they did. Hard to get my community wall, and I'm mad they just start giving them away. Thank you.
That's what happened. So all of a sudden, it was like everybody got a voice at the same time, and it looked like we were in conjunction.
But you guys collectively like get together on Discord or nothing like
we
that.
don't. We don't. Like, that's the thing. That's what they think. Like,
Yeah,
there are
talk behind the scenes or nothing.
Right. I've never talked to Tisa behind the scenes. I've never talked to Lightbright behind the scenes. I do have my friends that I communicate with, but it's not the whole group of people that gets lumped together sometimes. Tisa don't really get lumped with it.
I got you. I got you. So everybody had their own reason for basically leaving, and it had nothing to do with the next person's reason.
Right.
Exactly.
I still go over there. Like,
hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. Hey, everybody that's coming in. I'm sorry. Yes, this is Shay up here. I'm that messy. I'm not trying to be rude or anything. Y'all know I'm still getting familiar with like reading the chat and trying to stay engaged in the conversation. So please don't be offended. Thank you all for coming though. All right, y'all go ahead.
No, I was saying I still go over there. Because like I said, I never heard her disrespect me or nothing like that. And I also, with this heat situation, I actually got on a panel and I had a conversation with her about it, because it was a narrative was starting where, oh, she's trying to run your panel or your channel. And I'm like, no, I just found it disrespectful as a subscriber, that she talked like that to your subscribers. That's it.
Yeah, we actually
I kind of thought like it was
situation kind of similar in our sector that happened last summer. That's what Gordo talking about. But I'm sorry, Tisa, I ain't mean to interrupt.
Oh no, you fine. I was just, so then with today, I knew like, the whole thing with these ladies and her, but they never talk. Like when we get together, it's kind of like a kiki. We just talk about like what we seen or whatever. It was not about talking bad about her. So I don't understand like where all of this is coming from.
Right.
Well, like right now tonight specifically is coming from comments that me and Lightbright typed in Demetra's chat specifically, along in conjunction with other people like that was in the chat. That's what I'm saying. Like tonight was a trigger because of that. But prior to this is what I'm saying. Like what I took in the stock before I decided to go live was a lot of things that have been said prior to now that I never addressed. And a lot of, like we just got through saying, the lumping in together, and eventually like you kept lumping us together so hard that we was like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it happened as well. But at the same time, I want to be clear about what Nikki just said. None of us decided to separate as a group.
Right.
That did not happen.
Right.
I absolutely promise you that me and Nikki had a conversation when she decided to part ways, and I was definitely still there. Okay.
Yeah, because I remember you still being over there.
Right. I went back after all of this shit happened. I went back after that, but then we continued with like the disrespect to people that I fuck with. And you kept saying Bella and them. I don't know who the and them is if it don't include me. I mean,
Bella is my girl, okay?
Right. So
I'm just gonna put that out there.
If somebody says Pizarro and them, Nika and Lady Nika and them, Brianna and them, if somebody says that, who else are you going to think it is other than the three of them? Like, that's just what it is. That's what it gives. And it's okay for it to give that, right?
Yeah, I mean, if that's their opinion and that's how you feel about it. But, again, everything that we say or type in the chat, we got to be able to stand on. So it's like, you got to
Right.
be
And
able to
I liked
stand
all
on
them
who
before the
and them
fallout. So
is,
I'm
That you
like,
said
because
we were
people
refugees, yeah.
people are gonna ask, like a person like me who is an outsider that really don't know what's going on. I'm gonna ask, well, who is and them? Not being messy, but out of curiosity.
Demetra. Right.
Just
Who is
out,
in
just
them? Like that's what I'm
right.
saying. So,
Just
but
out of
it took
curiosity.
all of this time for Tony to say who the fuck is in them. You see what I'm saying? I have not been disrespectful. I don't come in her chat starting no shit. I don't type her name. I don't even address her. But there have absolutely been times where you've addressed me in chats. You've said my name in chats where I'm not even present. And I had to find out about it because somebody sent me screenshots. I still didn't click go live and let me pop my shit. But since you decided to repeatedly say my name tonight, I mean, let's just go ahead and press the gas. Say it again tomorrow and the next day and the next day. Go ahead.
I've had my name brought up a few times since I've left, and I don't say shit. I say shit to my inner circle privately, but I don't give a fuck about that. But I don't say shit out loud in chats because I don't want to be bothered. I don't want to go on and on having this ridiculous ass beef, non-beef. Like if a person doesn't want to be around, leave them a fuck alone.
That's all.
I don't have anything to do with what you have going on there. So I have to bite my tongue a lot, which sucks because that's not my personality, but I don't want to be bothered.
Well, it's all about what will you do to make sure you can have peace. Shit, don't look at it like that.
And that's what I've been doing. But I don't have peace. That's the problem.
Well, then, I mean, then your process ain't working. You got to go back to the drawing board.
You got that right.
Shit. I mean, I'm just being real.
No, I
If
agree,
it's
which is
not
why
working,
I'm
then you got to try something else until you find a place of peace with the situation. But yeah, I mean, people are very opinionated on YouTube, almost like only certain groups of people are allowed to have an opinion and voice it freely without any backlash, and it sucks. But I'm a motherfucker. I'm gonna stand on what I say. If I don't like you and you a musty, ugly bitch on Monday, you gonna be that same musty ass, ugly bitch on Friday. I'm gonna stand on it. If I
oh,
don't
shit
like
ain't
you,
changed.
But see, Shay, see,
yeah,
though,
I
it's
just
the thing, though, Shay. I
hmm.
chose. It took me a long time to actually get to that point. You see what I'm saying? Like, I just chose to be like, I don't fuck with you, and I ain't really got nothing to say about you. That was my stance, and that has been my stance for a long time. But since we go in there, let's go ahead and go there.
And
Like,
Well, that's how
sometimes
I am right
life
now,
put us
though,
in.
Tony.
Sometimes life put us in situations where we have to change how we would even approach a situation. Like that old part of you, just kill that bitch. Fuck that. I feel like if you got something to say, don't ever be a person to hold that shit in, because that's how stress builds up and people die like that. I don't
But
hold
here is
nothing
the
that is
in.
thing.
very
I leave
correct.
I leave the internet on the internet.
That's
Doing
That's
all of
fact.
that going back and forth, that affects your real life. Cause you get off
Yep.
online and you upset, you pissed off, you want to punch something and you can't. And so it's like,
thank
why
you.
even go there? You understand what I'm saying? So
Right.
I just swerve. If I don't like you, I don't like you, and I just swerve around. That's it.
Yeah,
Right.
and I
That's
mean
where
that
I'm
and
at
that
too.
does work for some people, but I'm an extroverted person, so I carry my emotions within me. So I have to get it off my chest, even if the motherfucker ain't listening. I don't have to necessarily go back and forth with you to get my shit off on you, but I'm gonna get my shit off. I'm not holding nothing in, and then I'm gonna leave it on the internet, like you said, because that's where it belongs at. That's where it started at. That's where it should stay. It should never go beyond that. And it's coming from a motherfucker where I got doxxed in my sector last year, September. Motherfucker doxed me. And it's crazy because people are so eager to put your personal information out. But I've been waiting on these hoes to pull up now for about 8 months. Where you bitches at?
That's all I'm saying. They not
Because
playing.
if
Well,
you put my address
here,
out there, obviously you coming, right?
They won't,
Man, they never
yeah,
do. And
that's
that's the
I
and
shit
can't
they
let
that
not.
nobody get in my
that and
energy
that's
like
why
that.
I had to stop exerting that type of energy, because I'm not gonna get the result that I want, which is a free body. I'm not gonna get that. So, because I'm not inviting you to my home. So if you show up, I'm in Florida. Y'all already know what I'm standing on. I'm standing on a Ruger EC9 380. The fuck? Play with me if you want to, and I'm not. making no threats, but it's just real like that down here. You don't show up to nobody's house or put some, like, I've never had anybody that I went to school with from Facebook ever like put my address out. This shit's so weird to me on YouTube because people be millions of miles away and they know they safe. So they
Thank
think.
you. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I can't let nobody get me to that level when I can't touch you.
You can't do
Right.
nothing to
So
I
them.
mean, and
You can't.
That's what me.
It's utterly a waste of energy to even get upset to a degree where you want to fight somebody and you telling them to
okay.
pull
See,
up.
so now you understanding where I'm coming from. See, first of all, I'm grown as the fuck. Okay, I do
Yeah,
have,
I ain't fighting shit.
you know what I'm saying. So like, it's not that I can't. It's not that I won't. It's just that I ain't. Like it's really that simple for me. Like I'm not even finna allow you to get me to the point where I'm finna ever be on here screaming to the point where my kids can't sleep or
That's where
disturbing
I'm at.
peace.
right.
Like my house ain't used to that shit, and my house ain't finna get used to that. So we finna sit on here and we finna talk about this shit the way we talking about it right now, or we ain't finna talk about it at all. And if I gotta get to the point where I'm like every day coming on here and this thing coming off of me, like I'll just get the fuck up off of here. It's not ever gonna be that deep for me. But I will stand up for myself, and anybody that know me should know that. But like, I just was never at a point where it was anything serious enough said about me to make me like go live and
Go
respond.
live.
I understand
Yeah.
if I came into the sector like that, and if I had if that's how I came out here, I would understand that type of energy. But I ain't
Right.
never, I was always just a study and a chatter. I post a little bit of funny shit on my page, and that's it. I ain't no beefer. I ain't know this, and I ain't know that. But that's not because I'm not capable.
Pause.
You know
Pause. Pause.
what I'm saying?
Pause. Did y'all see that short she posted this morning? Oh my god, I gagged.
I've
Like,
missed
You have
everything
to
that
see.
okay.
morning.
You have to go see it. I swear you.
I'm gonna have to go watch it. But that's
So
that's my point with all of this, because a lot of us don't do the beefing. They don't do
Right.
all
Yeah.
that
Bitch,
yelling and
I be at
screaming at the
work.
camera. So I feel like with us, it's an easy target for her to do that. You got a lot more issues that people that actually do the beefing with. So
right,
stop lying, saying somebody using you for content, bitch. At this point, I think you using us for content because we ain't making videos on you. Fuck is
right.
you talking about?
Number one rule of thumb in the chat and always on the panel. Anytime you hit that link or you in interacting and just what's going on. If you ain't in the clouds, you could definitely become content.
And
I
that's what
learned that shit
that's what you gotta know. But
myself.
at the same time though, you see like people in my chat that I fuck with for real, like so it doesn't matter how fucking bored I get on here. I'm not just gonna start picking people out of my chat that's here to genuinely fuck with me. Like it's 35 people here right now. I don't know how
Right.
many people are actively chatting, but the people that are actively chatting and some people that are in the clouds are people that really fuck with me. So therefore, I'm not gonna just start picking people because I'm fucking bored. And like
Right. And you need something to pick at.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like that just ain't something I'm finna do, and I don't fully support that. And I seen that shit happening as well. That was one of the things that made me be like, "Oh, girl." And then it was
Well,
like,
yeah, because I mean, when you see somebody doing that and you, from your understanding and standpoint, there is no rhyme or reason, it's logically unclear. You kind of get the disposition like, okay, well, when I'm gonna be next.
yeah, and it's like, and if I'm a be next, do I want to? Because I'm not gonna allow you to just do that, and I'm gonna be back over here tomorrow. So,
Yeah.
so it's
It's a love,
like,
it's a respect thing. And I mean, we all are women. And what I just don't understand is why we always so quick to knock the next bitch crown off. I ain't gonna sit here and act like I'm perfect.
Oh
I
my
didn't
god, I was
listen,
just gonna
I didn't
say
knock a
that.
few whole crowns off down the stairs, across the street, like, but I, on a realistic level, I was in defense mode, and I'm not saying that that's a reason why you should attack back the same way somebody coming at you, but I'm just a Gemini. I'm a twin. I could be your twin. I could mirror your energy, and that's kind of how I've maneuvered through life and understood just relationships with women. And this shit is weird to me because we are the first ones to throw another bitch down the hallway quick and talk about everything under the sun that could hurt this woman.
Right.
Everything under the sun.
I was gonna
And
say that. What
I've
happened to women having conversations and saying, "I didn't appreciate that. I don't respect that. I didn't like that," and having a conversation.
Tisa, I
I
did
don't
that.
understand that.
no, I'm
But
gonna
I'm
be
saying
Tisa,
like,
it's too
I
much
don't just think
masculine.
none of
You
that
got to
shit
think it's a
is.
lot more masculine women. The women that we talking about and dealing with are very masculine in nature. The way they speak, the way they carry themselves, the way they talk. So when you have no femininity in it, you got a problem right there already. Because women basically that's how we flow through our femininity. A lot of y'all probably don't know that, and if you do, kudos to you. But yeah, learn the power of the womb. Like when you tap into your feminine energy, you can handle situations with grace and with ease. Now,
I
Which is
usually
what I've
thought,
been trying to do.
you
That's
ain't
what
I
trying, you
that's the
doing
thing.
it. You doing it.
That's the thing. It
Listen,
was like because of the fact that I did rock with this bride. Like I did kick it with her hard. Like I fully fucking supported her. I supported all the fuck shit. I was with all the shits and giggles. I fuck with everybody that, well, not everybody, but I fuck with a lot of people that be in her chat. You know what I'm saying? Heavy. So instead of me being like, oh, fuck you, bitch, I'm leaving, blah, 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 and going live and causing a beef, and I didn't do none of that shit. I just was like, all right, then, word up. And then it was like, I'm getting messages in the middle of the night, and you typing my name in chats that I'm not in about me trying to take your spaceship down. Take it down and do what with it? Do what with it? If I don't even go live, like, who, like, okay, I'm not here to pretend like it's so easy to be in the beef sector and beef and any of that. But I've absolutely been here long enough to understand the formula and how it works. So, like, it's not like if I wanted to just pop the fuck off and be over here, and actually making my channel an active channel. It's not like it would be impossible.
I mean, I'm sure you've had beefs with other people, or other people have had issues or
Other
something with you
people I could
that you
argue
could have
with.
went live on. And I mean, if it's really about beef and using that as content,
So
I
to keep
mean, why
saying
not chase it?
they tried to take the spaceship down. They tried to do this. How the fuck I tried to take the spaceship down when all I did was like really support the spaceship? I mean, I had bitches that didn't like me and blocked me and whatever because I wasn't even a moderator. That's all I'm saying. I got caught up in a whole my gate scandal and I didn't even have a wrench on the space.
And Tisa, I went to her privately because I was a day one mod. So I went to her privately because I didn't want her to have a backlash of losing another mod. And I told her how I felt. And she said she was going to go live. I'm like, nah, this is not about demons. Oh, this is about your actions, what you did. So you don't.
right.
Instead, she
But
chose to go live and
but
make me content and spin it a whole different way. So I was just like, I'm out. Like, you had one time to do me. Like, I saw her do it to other people. I stayed out of it. Then I still had
You
enough
know,
respect for you not to let you get backlash behind losing another mod, and you
right,
still shit on me. Like, fuck you.
right. I think, I kind of like, my friends have always been older than me. So they kind of like, how can I say, how can I say, they kind of like, what I'm saying, as because I'm the youngest of like all our friends, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, no, if you have an issue with somebody, you speak about it. You're a woman, you know what I'm saying? I'm a
Right.
woman, you know what I'm saying? If you have a problem with me, come to me. We could sit down as women, we could talk about this. That's a lot of what I see lacking, you know what I'm saying, on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are not mature enough to sit down and have a discussion. A lot of times you're not going to even agree. You know what I mean? And it's okay to agree to disagree.
right.
But
Facts.
that's
Yeah.
not something that I guess
Okay. But
brings you. So that would never happen.
if you apply the reality of the sector that we're in to this though, like in all honesty, what I was supposed to do was click my live button and like drag her and do all, but like I just don't feel a need to do that shit. She can talk all that shit she wants to, baby. I'm very confident in what I look like with a filter, without a filter, with whatever it was she said. I don't know, don't really matter. I'm confident outside of that shit. But it was like she seemed really bothered by probably that post
that was made with all our pictures on it.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I fucks with y'all heavy. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've always had a key. That was in the chats. If we get on a panel, it's always been a key. You know what I mean? So
She
And
cussing
that's
me
that
out.
never
ain't
gonna
gonna
change.
change.
That ain't
That ain't
never
gonna
gonna change.
change. Yeah.
No, the maturity does not get them numbers and cash apps, baby. Okay,
It
you
But
got
don't
see,
know.
snatch your wig off and act a whole fool and drag a bitch and call a bitch a Nestle French face asshole and talk about her
Right.
think and all of that. I'm just not really fully interested. But I mean, but listen, the link is here. Like if that's what is given, that's what is given. I'm not, you know, gonna say
Listen, you not gonna see me
all
going
that hot
all
shit.
wild on these
Stop
panels.
all that hot shit. But you got one night only. Like for real. Because beyond tonight, I don't give a fuck. I don't give, we can just you can talk, you can scream and holler about me, and I'm gonna come live and I'm gonna calmly talk like this on my white man.
Child, look at Kay. Look at Kay.
Hold on, let me see. We got too much.
Wow.
Girl, like I'm sorry, I really did give it like a good old college.
That's so funny.
Like I was like, let me go live and see if I can like muster up the fuck.
it ain't worth all that. It's
No.
just it's just
Sometimes less is best too.
well,
I
I've tried
I
that.
just really like
I
laughing.
mean, and
All
and
this
it's like
shit.
you tried it, but you can't control what the next person says about you. None of us have that type of control over anybody. So if
Right.
somebody wants to talk about you, they're gonna talk about you whether you respond or not. It's how you respond, how you react or respond to what they're
Exactly.
saying about you.
Exactly.
And that's all I can do.
Maybe
Yeah, I mean, you can't stop a
give
motherfucker
me the
from
five
talking.
minutes
Trust
up.
me, if it was possible, I would have muted a lot of bitches on here.
Listen, y'all ain't the only one got people talking about y'all. You see how I play it though. I dust. That's it. I don't have no response.
No teams. The chief. First of all, we not that we're about to explain the whole click gang thing to y'all because it really ain't as deep as it's being. But we troll y'all with it a lot. Like
Right.
at the same time,
Right.
y'all people. A lot of this really made us fuck with each other even harder than we already did. A lot of us, we all fuck with each other in the chat. Like that's just what it's been. We've always been cool in the chat. I was cool with Tisa before Tisa was all the way like out of Babe Nation. Like we
Yep.
see each other in other chats and we was cool. I was cool. Me and Nikki been cool. Me and Bella been cool since Bella came around. Like that's just what it is. Like me and Lightbright been cool. What? Like it just so happens because y'all kept saying all of them and the mods and the this, like it kind of forced us to just mesh even better.
It's
Okay.
like anything. It's like anything else. Like with an event, you have an event or a death or whatever. You have people who come together and then they connect through an event that they're both kind of familiar with, and then it grows from there. And you realize how much you have in common. I mean, we all work. We're all mothers. We're
And
all
have
busy.
answers.
Correct.
So we all had a connection with that as well.
Hold on, Dimitri. You said you listen for a sec. Yeah, girl.
I didn't listen to none of it. Like,
Demetra setting them little fires, girl. She didn't set the blazes of fire. Like I don't know why.
I
Demetra
didn't even see y'all in Demetra chat. I think I
Yes,
saw
Kay.
like Light Bright and I think Nikki,
right
but
there.
I had came in pretty late. So but what she was saying, I agreed with it. You know what I'm saying? Just
They
by my observation of
I
what
was
I saw.
in the beginning of the live and I
Right.
spoke and then I came back and may have made a few comments, but I don't even think I was there for a solid 10 minutes before, I was being told that my name was being mentioned. I'm like, well, okay, all right. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not even mad though. I'm trying to like get mad, but I can't really get mad.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
honey, when they say that, I just
Demetra,
like she'll be all right.
and I know, and Demetra, I know you were very clear on this, but one of the things that bothered me the most is to insinuate that some of us rock with Demetra because she's on the outs with her. I've been rocking with Demetra before Demetra was sober Demetra. Do you understand?
Absolutely.
Right.
And nobody changed that. I will rock with Demetra forever and always because I like people who are blunt and upfront because I need you to be blunt and upfront with me.
I much prefer
I
that.
appreciate that. So I don't rock with Demetra because she's on the outs with that girl.
Absolutely not. And Demetra knows that because it's been plenty of times we were in Demetra's chat when she was talking shit about them and about everybody that we kick it with. Like, not everybody, but she's gone at Brianna, she's gone at Pizarro, and we've been in the chat and we might not be there when you're specifically dragging them, but we were definitely there to support before, during, and after. Like, just in general, you know what I'm saying? It's not like I don't have to agree with everything Demetra says to still support her. Just
Right.
like
Right.
anybody says.
And I know she's aware, but it needs to be stated out loud.
Right. It does, because no, that ain't it. And I don't like it. Go ahead.
No, I said, and it goes back to that thing I said before. It's not one content creator on here that you're gonna agree with everything they say. You may support them, but you some things they talk about, you don't agree with that shit. You know what I mean? So I wish people stop getting into that because you were in the chat, you necessarily agree with what a content creator is saying.
Or, just because you're in the chat, you basically agree with what's being said on the panel. Because
Right.
I'm guilty, and I've been, put in situations like that. And the honest to God truth is, when I'm at work, I will have YouTube sometimes on, but it's not playing. I can't hear the sound, so I don't know what the hell could be being said on the panel. I'm actually entertained by the chat itself.
That's me.
I've had
Yeah,
that
I went into
happen.
the
At work
chat.
and
Yep.
off work.
Hmm.
So sometimes I'll come in people chat, and you notice I'll be active in the chat. I may or may not even be listening to what's being said on the panel.
I do that a lot. That's why sometimes I go in chats and I'm always lost because I'll be interacting with the chat, but then I'll hear something on the panel and I'll be like, wait, what happened? And people always
Right,
think I
because
don't
it's,
know.
it's
And it's
like the
not
chat,
that. I'm not
it's
paying
a whole
attention.
nother conversation and things happening in the chat that you enjoying. So you're not necessarily even paying attention to whatever message is being put out there that's on the panel.
Because the
Right.
chats is where it's at.
Facts. I
And that's
love
where I
chat
met
hopping.
all of these ladies. It's in the chats.
Exactly. I mean, that's just all it is to it. And everybody had their own reason for whatever. Tisa was more verbal than me. Nikki was more verbal than me. And Bella was more verbal than me. So, Tisa is still, you're still good. But Nikki and Bella, due to the fact that they were so verbal, they caught a lot of backlash and being accused of, this and that and the third. And then my name would just get thrown into it on the days, I guess, when I had said too much in the chat type shit. And
Right.
When I had said too much in the chat.
But what is saying too much in the chat when
that's
it's
what
your
I'm
fucking mouth?
saying, Shay.
When these are your words.
These are my words. And what's saying
right.
when you a bitch that don't give a fuck about nothing nobody has to say? Like, what the fuck do you care what I say? You don't give a fuck.
Right, because that's an
Emotionless.
opinionated statement. So I wouldn't, like, if you was to say that about me right now. I mean, I would be like, well, damn, why you say that? But and at the end of the day, or at the beginning of the day, I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care what somebody else that doesn't know me has to say about me, because I know who I am. So it's not very much you can tell me about me that I don't already know about myself in these 35 years that I've been living.
That's all I'm saying. It doesn't really
Period.
matter. Like, it literally doesn't fucking matter. Um, but I wanted to still come and have a conversation because
You ain't want it to be the elephant in the room where everybody is
right, and I
like
didn't
running around telling you, sending you screen, because they do that. And that's
exactly.
one of the things I had to tell people to stop sending me receipts. If somebody is talking about me,
She cut
Shay,
out.
we can't hear you, babe.
I thought it was my stuff.
I think it
Ten.
was hers.
What you mean you're supposed to be on a beef hiatus? We need that wall. That
You,
wall.
my bad, y'all. My phone locked in. I don't know why I do that, but my screen locked. I was mid sentence, but no. I mean, people free to say what they want on here. People forget that we are all individuals who have our own opinion about everything. And it's not necessarily right or wrong. It's no right or wrong in the situation. It's just how you feel. You feel like it's right or you feel like it's wrong. And that don't mean that that's actually the fact. I rest my
Right.
Right. It's
case.
your
Right.
perspective.
Yep.
I think the trigger for real was some things that might have been said about her husband. I would venture to assume. I don't know because I wasn't addressing none of that. I was
I
addressing
don't I,
other
I
things.
don't even remember anybody talking about her. Well, I know I didn't say nothing about her. My comments are about her and her alone.
Right, exactly. But I mean, I saw some comments like that in the chat, so that might be what the issue was. But I mean that ain't had nothing to do with what I said.
I
So
mean,
like,
if that's coming from clearly that's somebody that's not in our quote unquote clique, but I think her focus is on us. And I think the bigger issue is that she don't like the fact that we cool or whatever, but I'm not gonna dislike somebody because you stopped liking them. Like I ain't never been that type and I'm not gonna start.
and if it wasn't like if I'm nobody, and if you don't nobody gives a fuck about what I have to say, then why the fuck would you keep saying my name like that? Like don't act like I'm a fucking ghost. Act like you don't see me.
And my
Like
comments are solely for her, and she's paying attention to it. So my job is done. So y'all have a good night.
Oh
The
my
little one,
God.
the little one is not gonna go
Looking a
to
little
sleep until I
feisty.
go. So he like laughing, like he know what we talking about. So y'all, I have enjoyed being on this panel, but I'll be in the chat though.
tell baby we said good night.
Bye.
Bye.
She's so funny. She's so funny.
What you say, teams? Okay, he said the fact you have to clear up your bond when she screamed bestie for 4 years straight is like an oxymoron. Facts. Like, let's just be fucking clear. Like, it's okay for
Wait, you said 4 years?
yeah. Like she has a bestie. We all know who it is. Like that's fine. But for us to be cool with each other, it's like we're only cool because of her. It's some weird shit. Like
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like we went all cool before, and you ain't never seen us talk to each other before. Now it's
right. Okay.
weird. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like imagine somebody telling you like you and Skoka is only cool because of them. Like
Right.
because y'all both don't like one person. Like that's
Right. Like Mink would say that. Yeah, like me and her
That's
only cool.
offensive.
But
Yeah,
the
cause
thing
That's
of it
like
is,
if
offensive.
is
I
I
fuck with a,
I still go to her chat.
I mean, if I fuck with a bitch vibe, I fuck with your vibe. Like, period.
Right.
So yeah, I don't
right.
end
You
friendships
you
based
still
on
go to
other
her chat, and
people's.
we've never been like he said. Why
Yeah,
you
you
always
never been like, why you go over there? You guys
no?
have never said like anything like that. You guys have never. So I'm not, getting this whole, what I'm saying, to go at her because it's never been that.
And maybe it was what was the sensitive subjects or whatever was being discussed on the panel. And I'm not saying I agree with it. I understand where all parties would be coming from. However, if she was being drugged on the panel, and y'all know that's our word, we just like to say drag, drug.
Girl.
But if she was being drugged on the panel and y'all are actively in the chat, even though I've been guilty of this myself, unknowingly, it wasn't malicious or intentional, but I just was in that chat that day. It just so happened to be a chat that I was in, but the subject matter was somebody on the, somebody in the sector was being drugged by basically the people on the panel. But again, if you're not listening to what's being said and you just actively in the chat or conversing through the chat, it's almost hard to get upset with somebody for that because everybody has free will.
That's
And
well.
just
I think
because someone clicks on a certain video doesn't necessarily mean that they even know what's being discussed. Sometimes I've jumped down in the chat and realized like somebody getting drugged that I fuck with, and I'm like, oh shit, I can't comment
But
no more
this
because I
this
feel
panel was
uncomfortable.
not, yeah, but this live was not a drag. It actually was commentary. And it actually was, to me, it was good commentary because it happened to be something I totally agree with. It was practical. her points was, you know what I'm saying? She made her points. So
But
I
let
don't
me say,
understand,
time
like,
out. I'm sorry, I gotta say this. But first of all, who gives a fuck who in the chat saying whatever if you have no loyalty to anybody and nobody
right,
is supposed to have
That's
loyalty?
true.
exactly.
You made that very clear. She don't fuck with us, right? So why do you give a fuck what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, really, why do you care? There's no loyalty, right? What I just don't
Right.
understand why you're that mad. Like, I could understand you being like, and I saw y'all bitches in the chat, blah, blah, blah. But she was out of breath, screaming at the top of her lungs, spitting all over her Tesla mobile speaker. Like, it was a lot.
You said a Tesla mobile speaker.
I mean,
See, I didn't even hear the live. I didn't hear the live. I gotta go back and hear the live because
Don't
I
listen
know
to
I
that,
was in
Tisa.
I
Don't
was
listen
in
to it.
Tisa can listen because it wasn't about. She didn't address Tisa. She's never. She's cool.
Okay.
Tisa ain't got
yeah.
nothing to do with any of this.
I'm
Tisa
just saying, like, it was
you know.
Demetra's commentary. I didn't hear no drag. She was actually talking about the girl Kiki getting on panels. How is it different that you guys saying she was exploited when she was on one panel, yet, you know what I'm saying, she's on you guys panel doing basically the same thing, but it's not exploitation. I totally agree with that. I totally agree with that.
And I do too. And that was like the start of the main reason why all of us were over there. We were just,
So Tisa can
Yeah.
agree, but you can't, basically.
Kinda.
because I get on my back.
But what
Tisa
is
still goes
I
over
mean,
there.
is it the fact that Tisa won't respond to
No,
anything
it's the
beyond
fact.
positivity?
No, it's the fact that Tisa still goes over there.
Well, okay.
But Tony was still going over there at one point.
You want to know
Right?
my opinion why Tisa can do that and I can't?
I would love to
Oh,
hear
I
it.
would like to hear this.
Tisa's value is higher than mine because Tisa, she
Oh.
probably feels a little bit like she won Tisa in a battle with Five Babe. I'm gonna go
Oh,
with
interesting.
Oh no, that's
Oh, so
interesting.
she was like a
Elaborate,
prize?
please.
Tisa. You know, I don't see you as that.
I know,
I'm
I
just
know,
telling
I
you.
know.
That is
No,
my
but I like to hear you. You know what I'm saying? What's your
okay.
opinion of that?
All right, we doing one night only. So listen, if I have to go back to before you got over there, when you were in transition, and when you were fully cemented on this side, I feel like just like one thing I will agree with that Five Baby has said is that when she said that she used to play up your dropping in the chat and anything that you said, and the same thing with Summer Breeze and anybody else from Babe Nation, for a reason. Like we should all be able to agree that your comments were highlighted and focused on for a reason, right?
And I do remember that because I used to say, "Can you take my comment off the screen?"
Absolutely. Okay. So hold on, here go my baby. Hold on 1 second. So once you consider that, like you have to consider that everything after that is, hey Bella.
Hey.
Hey, boo.
Hey.
Bella, what's the password?
Fuck these bitches. Let me stop now.
Let's go.
I'm confused as to what happened. What happened?
Okay, hold on a second. Let me finish giving Tisa her history from my point of view, okay?
Okay.
I can tell her why I feel the way I feel. I mean, so basically, once you started in the transition, I don't remember and can't pinpoint everything that was done to try to motivate you to talk, to try to get you to, say your side of the story from her perspective. But I'm sure if it's anything like what we've seen in other fallouts, it was a push to get you to give an exclusive and to get you to say something and whatever. And then because you were already comfortable over there, of course you stayed, you know what I'm saying? Like in her chat more so probably than anybody else's other than maybe Breeze or whatever. It ain't like you really, like you still go to Shine or whatever, but you know what I'm saying? Like you were more comfortable on the spaceship.
Yeah.
Like us were. So at some point in time,
Actually, to be honest with you, I was more comfortable with the people in the chat.
Yeah, let me just say it like that.
Yeah.
But at some point, I definitely feel like she felt like she won something when you kind of got more cemented over there. Like it just is what it is, which is.
Well, it is all a competition, really, right?
It is, and I hate to say it like that because I don't want you to take that like I'm saying anything about you. I'm just
Listen, I'm mature, Tony. I can listen. I will not begrudge you, but I'm interested in hearing this.
okay. I feel like a stronger bond was forged because the need to compete with
And
Okay.
she's competitive. I think
highly.
they both are.
She's a Scorpio, so yeah, like Scorpios are highly
Hmm.
competitive. That's just a fact. But I wasn't mad at that because as long as you were okay and you didn't feel away and y'all were cool and it was,
Mm-hmm.
it's all the internet. So and then she doesn't talk to anyone offline. So it wasn't like y'all were talking offline and you was telling her your business and I had anything
Right.
concerned about. It's just the internet. So I mean, but that's why I feel like still to this day, it doesn't really matter what opinion you express, because Tisa, you have on multiple occasions expressed opinions. Like during my gate, you absolutely, and when this heat came and all of that, you expressed
Mm-hmm.
that all of us agreed with and supported. But somehow,
Right.
when we would express similar opinions in the chat, Nikki was all kind of mixed bitches. I was whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like Bella was whatever. Like it just was crazy to me. But if we fast forward to the fact that like right now you're here and we have all these things to say, but y'all gonna be cool tomorrow, and that's cool. But
Mm-hmm.
it's just I'm just clear on the reason why.
Well, because I know at that time that happened with this heat, I actually went on her panel.
Bella, where you go?
And had I know, and I had a discussion with her. Because the other lady was trying to say, "Oh, see, she trying to run your panel or your," and I didn't want her to have like you know what I'm saying. Here's another narrative. Let me just nip this in the bud. You know what I'm saying, and have this conversation with her. So I kind of felt like, because I had asked her, a couple times, like, would you be willing to like have a conversation with them? I remember asking her that. Now I can't remember what she said, but I remember asking her, like, well, do you mind having like a conversation with them? Because the whole thing with Nikki and I didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? At first, I didn't even know what had happened. I just know everybody disappeared, and I'm like, wait, chat ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? But I remember saying, like, when I found out like all of this was going on and she was talking crazy to you guys, I had asked her, would you mind having a conversation with them? So, but you may be right about the whole competition thing. However, you know what I'm saying? I'm the type, like, I like to address you, face to face. Let's, you know what I'm saying? What's going on? Tell me the issue, because 9 times out of 10, it's really a non-issue. You know what I mean? So,
Issue. But see, this is another thing. Like, I guess because you were more prone to like click the link and go up there and talk about it, like, that allowed for different things. But like, let's just take this for example. I was cussed out because I was allegedly hopping on a bandwagon with BL and Meanwhile. Right? Right?
mhm,
Right?
mhm,
Okay. So what is the difference in that and me choosing to have BL and Meanwhile's back? Let's just say that was my only reason for ever having an issue with her. Let's just say that. So
mhm.
I can't do that, but it's okay for you to take up TMO's issues. It's okay for
Right.
you to take on this heat's issues. It's okay for you to
Mhm.
pick up for who was the person. Oh, we talked about Aisha's daughter not really being autistic because Aisha didn't believe that Brooke had a baby. You know what I'm saying? Like it's okay for you
Mhm.
to take on people's issues, even though you're only doing it for the sake of like causing drama.
Right, right. So
But
let's
it's
be
not
clear.
okay for me to have BL and Meanwhile back who you still fuck with and love and fucking want to rock with. That's crazy to me. These your people
Right.
before they my people. So
Right.
why would you have a problem with me choosing to side with them when no fucking body else was?
I know one issue that stood out. I didn't like the way she came at BL one day. You know what I mean? Um, I had an issue with that. Um,
And the same
And I
thing
kind of,
with AJ. I'm sorry, let's not leave him
yeah,
out.
AJ too. Yep.
Like,
Team.
how dare we have Team AJ back as long as
Right.
you rocking with him? How dare we have an affinity towards Team AJ? And that's somebody that's been there longer than any of us have. Like, what do you mean?
Right.
I'm on a bandwagon because I fuck with people that I've been fucking with.
Right.
Yeah.
And
I mean, it's a
issue
way to treat people. You know what I mean?
right. Well, right. And my issue was never anything to do with my gate. Y'all already know the story 100 times. Me and the girl from the black sector got into it. And when I got off the panel, she was in the chat saying, "Don't you see what Nikki did?" And then all of a sudden I became conniving. And then I became a person who throws her rocks and hide her hand. Mind you, I've never had a relationship with you outside of YouTube. So how would you even know something like that? And so I moved away. That was it. It had nothing to do with BL, meanwhile, had nothing to do with Team AJ. It was, you told me what you felt about me. Why would I still sit there with you?
Absolutely.
That was it.
And then when I chose to express opinions
Right.
about bullshit that I was seeing happen, it wasn't even like I wasn't even coming at her like, you need to stop doing this, you need to stop doing that. I would just speak my truth in the chat. Like, I see you do some bullshit and I'm in the chat calling it bullshit. And it was like, you need to get away from around me, trying to control me and blah, 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 blah. What are you talking about? Like, I've never even asked to be a mod in her chat. So, like, we ain't even reached that level of I want to be in control of your shit. We're not
And you
even.
know what? I get it. And doesn't this is like similar to my situation over with old girl.
Correct. So.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It felt
It is,
much like that, Tisa.
yes,
Like,
it's
that
very
was
similar.
you're not finna, no, it wasn't even finna be all of that. You're not finna even try to think that we're gonna have a fallout to the level where you can try to actually have, literal content. I'm sorry, I forgot.
Right.
Bella?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. I forgot.
Let Bella go.
Oh no, I just wanted to know what happened. Why? Because I went and watched it on like double speed and heard all the bullshit.
We were in Demetra's chat before that, and Demetra was doing commentary on a live that I had not seen. Mm-hmm. And I was just reacting to the commentary and expressing some thoughts and opinions about a myriad of things that I heard over the past couple of days. I just decided to get it all off my chest in the chat. I wasn't popping shit like I normally pop shit. I just was like, yeah, and why we talking all that hot shit about you got people away from around you? No, that's a lie. Like, what we not going to do is lie on me. And the most that I did, and whether she says my name or not, again, I'm going to have to keep giving this disclaimer because the argument is going to be, I ain't even say your name. You ain't nobody. Okay, well, let me be fucking clear.
She did say your name, though.
She said it in that live, but I mean before that live, she did.
Okay.
She didn't say it. She just would keep doing that thing that she does, them, Bella and them, Nikki and them, blah, blah, blah. So, well, she didn't say Nikki, but she always says Bella and them. So, like I was saying earlier, Bella, when she say and them, who the fuck are we talking about?
Exactly. And now she got a thing for Light Bright that I don't understand.
Yeah, like, you fucking with Light Bright, you fucking with my people too. So that's just what it is. Like, I don't really care how you feel about it. I don't care. Light Bright ain't finna be arguing with you. I ain't finna be arguing with you. But we all gonna have an opinion when we have one, whenever we got time to have one. So tonight, I guess we had time in the chat.
And you right about have time. Because we busy.
And what the fuck you supposed to do? Like, I mean, you supposed to be in the chat moderating how you speak because you think she's in the sky. Like, don't nobody give a fuck. People gonna say whatever the fuck they want in the chat. And my thing with Light Bright is that I'ma always speak up about that because bitch, you fighting with her on behalf of Demas O, and Demas O is a pussy ass hoe. So we not finna do that. You speaking up for Demas O when it comes to Light Bright. Let's be clear, you don't have no real issue with Light Bright.
That's
what
I'm
been left
saying. That's what it's exactly my point. You don't even have no issue for real with Light Bright. Light Bright never made an issue with you. You chose to make it an issue in defense of the next bitch.
And lied.
Right.
And lied.
And lie about it.
So.
Right, exactly.
So the same thing you're accusing somebody else of doing, you're doing it right now. Well, you've been doing it this whole time, but you're doing it for Demas O currently. So yeah, when you talk that Bella is y'all mouth for it, bitch, you Demas O mouth. So yeah, if I want to speak up for who the fuck I want to speak up for, ain't no hoe gonna do a fuck thing to me. So I'ma do it. What the fuck is you talking about? Like,
Right.
so ain't nobody about the all that fucking explaining or apologizing for being cool shit. That shit dead. That shit in the coffin, been in the dirt. Ain't nobody fucking explaining nothing to this
That's why
bitch.
we ain't got no problem repeatedly letting your ass know.
Like she's mad because every narrative that she has tried to push thus far has not worked. She tried the bully shit and we turned that into our own shit. She tried to lie and say that motherfuckers was plotting on her. Nobody didn't care about that one because you plot on people yourself. It nothing you have done has worked thus far. So that's not our problem though. You gotta try harder. Just keep trying. It's okay. You'll get over it. That's what it is.
That's all it is. Like it's really quite simple. It's not even like I was saying when I came on here, Bella, you probably ain't here at the beginning.
I did.
It's not even deep enough for me. Like I can't even get mad. I can't even get like worked up for real. The most I can
Honestly.
do is just say a lot of shit that I ain't been said in all these months.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I chose to not say nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't have a problem with Bella, you popping your shit. And let's be clear, because Sassy not here. I ain't trying to throw her in no shit while she ain't around. But let's be clear, because that was the first person that I supported that was popping her shit. You and Sassy kind of popped off at the same time. I
Yeah.
don't think I had fully gotten to the angry part yet when y'all popped off. So I was so like
No, you were still in her
I
chat.
was
Not
still, I
heavy,
was
but
still
like
over
still
there.
over there. Yeah.
So that's why it's like it's weird to keep continuously hearing, "Oh, you just jumped on the bandwagon." No, my girls was like, "Fuck that bitch," and I was like, "Oh, it ain't that serious."
Well,
Like
yeah.
that's
Honestly, no, for real. In the beginning, that's how it was, and she made it. My thing is this. Like I said from the beginning, when I did the first video, I
exactly.
was like, if it stops right here, it stops right here. I don't have no. I said in that video, I said I ain't got no grudge to hold with Pizarro or whatever. I just can't. I can't sit around pussy ass shit. I can't sit around fuck shit. So I got to move the fuck around. That's all the fuck that was. But she kept going. She would pick fights with me in breed chat. She would keep randomly saying my name. Anytime I hit a link, she got something to say in the chat. So yeah, bitch, now it's up, and now I'm gonna fuck with you whenever I feel like fucking with you. Cause that's what the fuck you did to me for months, and now you done put all these other names into it, and you think they not gonna have something to say on their own behalf? Are you dumb? Are you stupid? Don't you speak up when somebody speak on you?
Right. It's fucking
Like the
weird.
fuck?
It's fucking weird to expect anything other than for somebody to say what the fuck they gotta say at some point in time, bitch. And I just got time. You know why? You know why I wasn't going live before like that and talking shit to you hoes? Because I lived in the house with my man. And unlike yours, mine actually gave a fuck about what the fuck
Okay.
I was online screaming and hollering about. So, and I didn't want to have to explain this bullshit to him. So the only reason you even getting the energy you getting right now is because just so happened that situation changed. And it didn't change because of no motherfucking YouTube. It changed because I chose to change it before you even started to try to run with that bullshit. Let's be
Mm-hmm.
I chose that situation to end. Like, so let me just go ahead and say that. But yeah, I absolutely had other shit and other priorities. And I'm gonna have other motherfucking priorities tomorrow. Call kids and a job.
People be upset when this shit ain't your whole life. Then they want to say, "Yo, your page
Tony's
stressing."
scared. Tony's scared. Bitch, no, I'm busy, whore. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
When I had dick in my house, I was sitting on it. Like I wasn't on YouTube.
Right.
This is what the fuck I'm saying.
Right.
Like this is what I was doing.
Right.
Until I got tired of sitting on it. Like, so shit changes.
And
I got
nobody hating on anybody cash apps when motherfuckers is employed. And I'm not even saying that in the you're somebody's better than her because they're employed. I'm saying that because bitch, if cash apps is your stable income, we got stable income too, ho. So what is the point of fucking hating on some cash apps?
And I
Because
don't care about no
Right.
cash apps. When I get a cat,
Man wouldn't want to deal with that shit, like for real. Like, let's be fucking clear. The average grown ass man finna be like, "What the fuck wrong with you? You just on there arguing with them people."
oh yeah, that's a fact. That's a whole fact. That's a
and I
whole
don't
fact.
care about no cash apps. I literally, once I start moving more, I don't even plan on monetizing. I just do I want to do this as an expression. I want conversations. I want women conversations. I want opposite sex conversations. I want crime conversations. I'm not here to get cash apps. If I get one, that's great. But that's not why I'm here.
But who
Listen,
would
I'm
care
here for
about
the
cash apps
kiki.
that
That's
are
the
not
one
coming
women are
into
doing the
my
most.
pocket and didn't come out of my pocket? I don't give a flying fuck. Somebody could give you $5,000 tomorrow, bitch. I'm not getting a cut, and it didn't come out of my pocket. So who would care about that?
Listen,
Who would care about it? Nobody has to hate on that. But proceed.
I ain't even thought about putting my cash app up this whole time I've been talking. But you know what I'm saying? I much rather, like, let's be clear. Y'all have seen me win cash apps in other chats and be like, send it to so and so. Like, so I'm definitely not on here for that. I'm not finna monetize. I'm not planning on trying to win no popularity contest. I mean,
Mm-mm.
I would like to achieve the goal of having whatever is, I need to have in order to be a valid channel. But if I don't get it, I don't get it. I don't really care. Like, I'm not really about to be breaking my neck for it. But just because in general, when I do things, I like to do things. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So if I'm
Mm-hmm.
here, I would like to accomplish having 1,000 subs and a
Well,
4,000.
And that's your own personal
Listen,
goal.
I'm trying. Listen,
Well, yeah, I know, Tisha. No, you have a valid. You know what I'm saying? Like, you started your channel in a
look, I was
manner.
just gonna say, girl, I need to watch hours, so hit replay on those videos and
Yes,
watch them.
you aren't you a mind? Can you drop your channel in the link in the chat?
Shit.
Y'all may not, but shit, I am.
Demetra,
And
fuck that rant. You here? We here. Let's talk about some other shit. Like, I'm really ready to move on to talking about like dick.
Listen, I want to laugh because that's what I be getting a kick out of. Okay,
You want to what?
I said I be wanting to laugh and get a good kiki.
Right.
Shoot.
Listen. Let me see. Okay, y'all. So my social life is slowly coming back. We finna switch topics now. Okay. Does anybody have any questions about that bullshit? Anybody want to drop out the clouds and ask a question? Anybody
right,
want to hit the link? Anybody want
Concerns or opinions?
because I'm high enough. So go ahead, drop
I
out.
mean, I am too. Like, we can talk about it. I'm giving everybody that got so much shit to say
I
the
already
option
told you,
to
I'm
come.
from the trenches. I'm in the field. I pop out. No joke.
Yo, I could give a song break, but I won't. I was gonna give it a little song break and give people a chance if they want to come up. But I
Girl,
don't know.
you just gonna pay that belly rubbing shit.
No, I wasn't. I was probably gonna play like Lil Kim or something. Oh, somebody else is down here.
Oh, okay.
I can't fucking see because I'm on a mat. Who is this? Oh my god! Can y'all see the back?
Mm-mm.
No, hold on.
Lord have mercy.
No, I don't see shit but Bella's shit.
Oh god, y'all ain't ready for this.
Am I gonna have
Hey,
to cuss?
how you doing, beautiful ladies?
Is it New Era King?
Oh
Look, now you know. Wait a minute. Let me get him. Let me get him. You already
no!
know. You coming up here? I'm gonna give you shit. So don't. You ready? Are you ready for it, New Era King?
You have nothing to fret, my East Coast queen. Just
I'm not.
relax.
I'm not East Coast.
Oh, you sound like it. Tony, how you doing? I'm glad I could be of some support.
Oh
I'm good.
God.
Hold on 1 second for me, okay? I need to do something. Y'all talk for a second. Who
You're
just
not
left?
coming. You're not gonna come here and slap your dick on the table or nothing weird, right?
You sound white. Don't talk to me.
First of all,
Hey,
I'm not white sucker.
Hold on,
Don't
wait a
start with
minute.
me.
Hold on, you done made me stop everything I was doing. Wait.
Why would I be white with an avatar that's black? Are you crazy?
I apologize, my well articulated sister.
Yeah,
Continue.
there's a lot of well articulated black people. Don't get it twisted.
I agree.
Bella, you done made my homegirl leave. I don't like that. Bella, you know this is temporary. I just had to let him come get it off his chest. He got to hit every live, every link. You know, he's never seen the link he don't like. Yeah.
Well,
Now you.
especially when it's accompanied by you. I
Oh
mean,
God,
We
who
not
can resist?
Tony,
What
I'm
were you
about to
saying,
leave you
beautiful?
too,
we
Don't
not
leave.
New Era, you gotta go. You running my girls off, and I'm
and
having girls' night right now. You can
All
you
right, y'all take care.
you
bye.
done pissed me off.
All
Oh,
right.
crabby bastard! That's why you got crabs, motherfucker. Don't piss me off. Talk about white. Fuck you. Wait till you get to Buddy's chat.
Bruh. Why do you do this to yourself, New Era? Tell me from the chat why you do this to yourself.
And never mind
Um,
the fact, it white. You be in Buddy's chat. There's white people there. Do you tell them the same thing?
nah, I don't. He sound like he trying to sound like. Never mind.
He's high.
Tisa.
Yeah.
All right. Oh my bad, y'all. Anyway.
Clean your panel. We probably have crabs on it. You might want to do a break. I feel my backside itching already.
Girl was a strong no.
Fucker.
He cleared the whole panel. Bruh, like, do
And I was
vagina
trying to play with him.
leave from you in that manner? That is weird. Damn. Hard out here for a fake light skin nigga. Anyway, what was we talking about?
Itching. I don't know. I need a moment with his itchy ass. Dick just be everywhere itching.
Man, it's not a link he won't click. God damn.
I was gonna play some, but I ain't gonna play that because it ain't gonna.
And I don't know why he clicking links like we didn't see that taco meat on his chest. Fuck out of here.
They finna grind you up, cuz.
Listen, you want to clear a panel? Bring him up.
Oh my god. Anyway, so we were about to talk about my weekend socializing, which is it's not that I don't socialize, but I have not socialized in a very long time. And so I was highly active. Like y'all, I went out on Thursday and I went out on Friday.
Thursday, you was kicking up.
Girl, I didn't go out to the club. But Thursday I went to fella, she's silly. I went to a 420 event. And it was such a cool little, it was like a speakeasy because, you know, we in Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. And it's not legal here. So it was like a little spot. You had to know exactly where you were going. You had to look for a specific door. It was that whole type of a thing. You could buy your ticket when you got there, but you had to know how to find it. You know what I'm saying? So I guess if you could find it, you could buy a ticket at the door. But we all got our tickets before. My homegirl came and met us and got hers at the door. But again, we knew how to direct her to where we were. So anyway, it was like they had food, they had music, they had like a little room, they had like a theme set up all over. So it was real cute. But let me see. So I ate some. The person that had it also catered it, and the food was amazing. I don't even like pasta, but that shit was so good. So I was able to, we was able to roll up, smoke in peace, listen to good music. It ended up being kind of a LGBTQ friendly type of a setup. The girl I think that was over it, I know that. She's known for having specific like events for that particular group of people in Atlanta, and it was really cute. Worth every penny. Like I really had a good time. They had movies playing and everything. It was real cool. So that was Thursday. Friday I went to like a lounge
type of a little setup, like over in Lithonia. Well, I know y'all not from Atlanta, but people that's from Atlanta
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm talking about. And it was real cool. Like it was indoor, outdoor. It was, a lot of nice people there. I met a really attractive woman there, but that's another story for another night. But that's it. Like, I didn't mingle like that. Like I wasn't trying to get no numbers and give no numbers out. I just got to meet some cool people and I went on home. Had me a couple of drinks and
And that's what's up.
but it was really cool. Like, I don't think I'm ever gonna get back into Atlanta nightlife, like to the point where I'm out until like 3 in the morning type shit, like how we used to be. Like I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
When I do that type
I'm
of thing,
only like that. I'm only like that when I'm in New York or Vegas.
yeah. I mean, listen, you better be like that when you're in Vegas. New York, I partied in New York, but I'm gonna be real with you. Um, I didn't enjoy the club scene in New York. And I don't know if maybe I just went to the
Where did
wrong.
you go?
Oh, girl, I wish I could tell you the name. My goal I've been more than once, but my first time I went to New York, the 4040 Club was still new. And I
Okay,
was
yeah.
there. And I don't think we were able to get there for whatever reason. That night we ended up
Mm-hmm.
going somewhere else. I think we might have passed the spot when we was in the taxi and we was like, just let us out here. And we went there. And it was cool, but it wasn't my type of scene. Like, I don't know, like
Right.
girls had on like flats and nobody had on like heels and shit. Like, I don't know. I felt
Like, yeah, well, see, that's how it was for me too. And then in Vegas. So in Vegas, it's best to wear your flats. And at first I didn't get it till I started going like a lot. Yeah.
yes, yes, like
Yeah, nah.
when you come back. Yeah, like I
You
mean that
need
was
your flats.
different for me being from the South. Like, we drive up damn near to the door, honey. Like, like we not used to parking a block away. You got to bust a little block. You got to walk. You might have to catch you a cab and get out right here.
Mm-hmm.
Jump on.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't really used to that. And even though I had been doing that the whole time I was there, I was like, well, we going to the club. So, like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I got to put my
Yeah.
So I ain't know
Yes.
it's gonna be like that, but yeah, I mean, I get it. It's cool. Like when I went back the next time, I was on some exclusive shit, so it was a lot different.
Mm-hmm.
In that level of partying in New York, I can get all the way into that exclusive shit in New York. Like when they
Yeah.
do exclusively in
Valet.
that
Mm-hmm.
it's exclusive as hell when you do it like that up there. And I
Yep.
like that. And I mean, it can be like that in Atlanta too, but Atlanta nightlife is really, it's just so simulated. It's like, if you've been to one club down here, you probably been to them all. It ain't really too many. The best clubs here now were pretty much the same clubs that were around when I was partying. They just changed names.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not really too much. I'm not too motivated to go and do that. I like when people in Atlanta have things like the speakeasy type shit. Like I love
Mm-hmm.
like
See, that's
when
what they have out here where I'm at, like open mic nights and stuff like that. Nice little lounge, jazz clubs and stuff like that. First
yeah,
Fridays.
I love me a good old now. See, my best friend is from Cali. She has a store in Inglewood, actually. I need to tell you where it is. I don't think I ever told you that. But
Mm-hmm.
she's from there. So she was there her whole life. She left and moved to Atlanta for some years and went to school in Alabama. That's when we became friends. But
Mm-hmm.
I have yet to ever be able to go out there. But when she moved back out there, we weren't speaking at the time. And by the time
Mm-hmm.
we made back up, like I had started having kids and you know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
had the
Mm-hmm.
business and I was working 6 days a week. So it never the opportunity really never presented itself, but I'll probably be out there this summer.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I'm coming out there because I'm like, girl, this is ridiculous that I've never been out there. In all these years, and we've
Okay.
been friends since 2001.
Yeah.
So
22 years.
yeah, I got to get out there. That's my girl.
And
And
that's
I'm
the thing. My cousin, she moved to Atlanta I want to say she said she's been up there 15 years now, and she stayed trying to get me to come out there, and I was gonna come out there for her birthday in April, but then I had job transfers and all of that, so yeah.
Okay, yeah. See,
I
are
never
you in
got that.
Atlanta? You said your friend live in
Yeah,
Atlanta.
that's
Yeah,
my
you.
cousin. She live in Atlanta. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, like, I love when people come to Atlanta that ain't from here that I actually be wanting to hang out with, because
Mhm.
that's a different type. Like, that helps me appreciate where I live more. But like, it's
Yep.
like now though, now that I am kind of getting back into socializing and stuff, I do want to do all the things. Like, I want to do like the daytime things
She
that I
actually do
want
hair out
to do.
there.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, I love me
Yes,
a
ma'am.
hairstylist. You know,
Mhm.
I have a little hair salon up in here, girl. I might have to get her to come on over here and do my hair at the house, girl.
Oh yeah,
So,
she do hair.
but yeah, so like, I mean, I'm supposed to be. There's a cigar bar event I'm supposed to go to. It's uh I think it's in 2 weeks. I think it's in 2 weeks. I don't know if I'm gonna go to that though because I don't really like I like the atmosphere of cigar bars, but I hate the smell of cigars. Like I do not like it. No matter how much.
I I love the smell of a cigar.
Really? Oh.
Yes. Do you like the smell of leather?
Um, I can, but it's not my favorite smell. Like
Oh
I be
my
like,
god, I maybe I'm weird. I'm infatuated with the smell of leather. I love leather jackets, shoes. I love that leather smell.
where you pulling up at yet? At the cigar bar? You probably already gonna be there anyway. Man about time, okay. I mean, I like I can appreciate the smell of like when you get something new that's leather, yeah. But like I don't know, I don't really think about it like that. But I know what you're saying. I know that smell. I remember when I had bought my the last time I bought like a really nice couch, and it was actual real leather, and how that smell was like in my living room forever. Like every time you come in, it smell like new leather.
Mhm. Mhm. Literally, I be, like how you buy a new jacket or something. I be
Hmm.
wanting that leather smell to stay so bad. If you could see how many leather jackets I got just because I'm infatuated with the smell of leather.
You
Not
know,
even
it's a
kidding.
real thing that people have though. Like, what is that called? I bet that's called something. We need to look into that. Watch, I'm gonna
Right.
say we need to look into that and talk about it, and somebody gonna look into it and go live about it. But that's another story. Um, we should probably look
It
that up.
gotta be something because listen, I could just pull the plastic up and I love the smell of leather. I don't know.
You got expensive taste. That's what that is, girl. New bags and new jackets and new shoes and new cars. All of that's where you get the leather from. It ain't people.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, you all late and you asked me to go live and look, I've been. Where that picture come from, Spam? Who is
Okay, because spam
baby?
spam is a hoot. Okay, spam is a hoot.
Absolutely.
Her and
But
Bella always come on super late. That ain't nothing new.
I be missing you and Bella. I be in y'all replay.
I swear, like Bella would come on and it'd be like 12:30 midnight here, and I'm like, I know she like 2 3 hours ahead. Like what?
Baby, I be knocked out, rolling over.
Okay. But see, I just be getting off work, so I be like, okay.
Oh yeah, that's perfect, man. Yeah, she on your type of time. I don't know
Heck
how she
yeah, I
on
be like, okay.
baby. But you know, I be up on the weekend. Like, I'll stay up and try to catch her if she go on a Friday, Saturday, maybe
Listen,
even like tonight. Cause like tonight, you know, tomorrow's like my work from home day, so I be chilling.
mm,
So I can be up with y'all right now chilling. That's the only reason why I was able to be like blue.
see, I'm only able to stay up like this, like on Mondays and Tuesdays, because that's the Only like nights I'm off. You know what I'm saying? So it's Monday and Tuesday nights. I don't have to work nights.
So do you go to sleep at like what you be doing to like work nights? Like I always wonder like what that's like to like you gotta have blackout curtains.
I
What
do. I have blackout curtains.
and what time you be going to bed? Like for like you go to bed to get up for work. Like what time is that?
So I go because I have two jobs. So I have to be at work at 7:30 in the morning till 4. Then I go to another job 4:45 to 12:30.
Okay. So you don't go home and get no sleep. You just be on it.
Pretty much
You said you go to the first job at what time?
7:30.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
So you literally gotta go home, eat, go to sleep. Like get it
Yep.
in.
Yep.
And you know what's crazy though is that it feels like that even when if you have, especially if you got like my kids are all little, so when they get a little older, I know it'll be different. But like because they're all still so young, I have to
Mm-hmm.
think like there's no they came home from school, they got them something to eat, and they went on to bed. Nikki, where you
Right.
go? There's none of that. It's literally like I gotta do everything. Like I gotta, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I
See,
gotta,
my kids is
you know,
grown,
they
so
close together. I gotta do the whole thing. So it be feeling like when
right.
I come home, if anything happens to throw the routine off, like
Right. Oh, I
everything is
know.
thrown off. Like so I be
Mm-hmm.
having to come straight home, start dinner, get them in the tub, make sure everybody get their shower, get their bath, get their clothes, get their pajamas together first, then get their clothes together for school, and then finish dinner, feed them, make sure everybody get their
How
one-on-one time before they go to bed, and
how many kids you have?
3,
Okay, like me. Yeah.
3, and then
See,
all.
mine was so spaced out.
Oh yeah, that helps. See, I
Yeah.
have a son who's older, and at one point in time he was like watching the boys. But even when
Mm.
he would watch them before I come home from work, it's not like he about to cook dinner or do nothing like that.
Right.
Uh oh. This is Nikki, but
Hello.
hi Nikki.
Mm-hmm.
Play your shit. Let's take a music break.
This me, bitch. I ain't white.
No, play your shit. I said, look at Nikki. I love this picture.
Pop your shit, Nikki.
Oh,
Fuck.
oh.
Sorry. I'm over here listening to drill music so I don't kill a bitch.
Let's go.
All right, what happened, Nikki? Something else
What happened?
happened?
Oh no, you know me. This is the reason why I don't argue with people. I have a temper and I get mad easy. And then the shit sticks with me and then I want to punch something. So that's why I don't argue. Because I would never mind. Anyway, continue on. What were you guys talking about? Leather bags? What? I'm sorry, I was over here shooting shit.
Lord,
What happened?
No, we have
I don't even know.
we had kind of moved on.
Nikki,
Nikki,
girl.
so
What's
you've
up?
been into watching that Chirac shit, right?
Well, I'm from here.
Okay. So,
She said,
but
I
I'm
live
saying
there.
like you've been watching it because I've been binge watching.
Yes.
And did you see the live Mama Duck did?
I haven't. I watch her replays. I haven't seen the late. Well, I haven't. If it was recent, the last one I saw was her talking about how the 5 or 4 people, because the one had killed himself, were arrested
Yeah.
for Duck's murder.
Right. Muwap and all of them. Yeah.
Right. But she had one after that. No, I didn't catch it.
Yeah, because that documentary, the documentary, remember I shared it on my wall. Well,
Right.
he, Trap Lord Ross been getting a lot of backlash behind it. And
He
she
shouldn't.
came out, he shouldn't. He is very thorough and that man is good.
But there a lot of them are serial killers. Vaughn wasn't the only one.
Yep. Yep. So I guess he's been getting a lot of backlash from like Lil Durk and all of them. And she came out and said, no, this man is a genius. He know exactly what he's talking about. All the events line up, from what she knows as a mother and the timelines and all of that. So yeah, I was just wondering if you caught it. He been putting out little clips.
Yeah, see, I was watching it years ago because I'm from here. So it's really weird because
Mm-hmm.
a lot of the stories, when I watch them, I can remember seeing them on the news, being
Mm-hmm.
like, "Oh my God, that little girl got shot. Oh, that boy got shot in the alley."
Right.
Like I had seen it because
Mm-hmm.
I'm from here, so
Right.
um, watching the clips to find out that a lot of them that I've been watching are responsible was crazy.
Right. Right.
And I still have family in the Chicagoland area, so
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of rough. But a long time ago, I had seen the interview with Vaughn, and they were asking him about Ki. This is before he became real famous, and just his
Mm-hmm.
response, "I knew he did it." I'm like, "I knew he did it. You could tell he did it."
Dude, that, but wasn't it when you, now it's kind of like when he's talking, I look in his eyes and he was dead inside. You hear me?
Damn.
Right.
It was like the
Right.
light was with, like, you don't notice it because people just used to his music. But if you know what he did and then you go back and watch those interviews, it's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
It's kind
And,
of creepy.
yeah, and the history like behind it. I mean, his father was
Mm-hmm.
shot by a sniper.
By a sniper on the roof. Yeah, at a
Right.
skating rink.
Right. So, he's had to deal with that all his life. So yeah. And that's
Right.
why a lot of times in their videos when they talk about they're demons, they're not kidding.
Mm-hmm. They not. You know what? That also that thing where I think G Herbo was talking about. A lot of them have PTSD. I really believe that. From seeing so
Right.
much death, they are like, literally, these are just untreated people in that area suffering from PTSD.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And it's crazy because I don't know if you know, like last week or 2 weeks ago, they had what we have is it's called wilding.
Mm-hmm.
And it happened last year. It happened again about 2 weeks ago, where hundreds of teenagers go to the most affluent areas and tear it up.
Mm.
And we had that 2 weeks ago, and then we got messages saying to beware because they were planning on coming to the suburbs, which is where I'm from.
Mm.
So I've always said that Chicago is cursed, which goes all the way back to mafia days.
Right.
So that's my
That's
belief.
funny because before then I was really into mafia, the Chicago mafia,
Yes.
New York mafia, Canadian mafia. I don't know if you like subscribe to Trap Lord Ross Patreon. He has the most dope Patreon. Like, it's worth your money. It's definitely worth your money.
I have to check it out. But
Definitely.
yeah.
Like, so the stuff he can't put on YouTube is on there. It, like the crime scenes, all of that.
And it's crazy because I think about it now, being almost 49, 50 years old. I think about all the times I was in the city, just out in the streets late at night, hearing gunshots and all this stuff. Like how it just didn't faze me because I was a girl from the suburbs because I had left the
Right.
city when I was little.
Mm-hmm.
And I look back on that shit now and I'm like, oh my God, I could have died.
Right. Right.
And it's crazy that I still have relatives out there and, you pray every day. That's all you can do.
It's so crazy because these are not grown men. These are young boys.
Yes.
These are young boys, 14, 15, 13. Like, and they said a lot of them, they've been carrying guns since elementary.
Right.
Since elementary.
Yeah.
And a lot of these beasts started in school.
Right. A lot of people go, hold on. Lilith is, shut up. A lot of them, like they were talking about, how Vaughn was jumped on the bus by like Duck and his people.
Yeah.
So
and he
it
went to
stems from
private school.
that far back.
He wasn't in no public school. He went to private school.
Damn.
Yeah. So these is not
I got a lot of good ass
public.
friends that went to private school though. The Midwest private schools.
Yeah. That's what his friends was talking about. They were saying, he said Vaughn didn't go to school with us. He went to private school.
Well, there was a time when he had to go do what, military or whatever, because he kept getting in trouble.
Because he get in trouble. Mm-hmm.
And no telling what kind of trauma he went through there.
You know what it was? It was like they said when one of his friends got killed. It was just like, you know what I'm saying? Killing everything.
Wow.
Was it when T. Roy died when he was in prison?
Yes, T. Roy. And
it's funny because Tony, listen to this. He only wanted to rap so he could get around dirt, people in the industry, so he could rob them.
Damn.
Yeah.
That sounds like some Memphis shit right there, though.
Yeah, at first he wasn't even interested in being like a rapper. He just wanted to be around the people in the industry with dirt so he can rob them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there was a long time that a lot of people didn't realize, but now it's coming out throughout the documentaries that Chief Keef can't even come to Chicago.
Sure can't. Nope. He out here in California.
Yeah, and he can't come here.
Because of all of this stuff with them, with the same group of people?
Pretty much. Like a lot of these people that went to prison, they was killing for him, and you know what I'm saying? And when they went to prison, they couldn't even get bail money. They would call them, you know what I'm saying? And they was saying he was talking crazy, like, well, what'd he do? And they like, nigga, what you mean what'd he do? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, just like I see recordings where people saying Muwap, who, the FBI got them 5 for the murder of Duck. He saying when he get out, he ain't messing with him. Why? Because ain't nobody picking up phone calls. And that's the thing that young people need to realize. Yeah, they your boy while they out there. You know what I'm saying? When you get in there, that's right. It's your family got to take care of all that.
Now you doing good if your mama actually give a fuck.
That's right.
But I think there's a lot of them like before that aren't here anymore. Bond's gone, Duck's gone, Dirk's not here, Chief's not. There's really nobody.
But Dirk is here. What Dirk not helping? Ain't providing no lawyers or nothing.
Yeah, that's the weird thing. A lot of people always want to talk about Dirk just like the sacrifice and this, that, and the other. And it's like, well, no, Dirk still has family that's still here. Right. And the thing with Bond, he started that fight. Nobody told him to start that fight.
He did. He thought I guess he thought he was still in Chicago. Old boy said, no, sir. Listen.
And really quick, did you know, because I just learned, T-Roy was Bond's best friend, and then HK was T-Roy's brother who also died. And then they had another brother, Slutty, who actually also died the day King Von died.
Right. He died because he was about to shoot the dude that shot Von, and one of the security officers shot him.
I'm like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
So a lot of them are gone.
But I'm gonna tell you another thing that is happening even here too. You have family members on either side, and they don't care that they own cousins and stuff getting killed.
Mm-hmm. That shit crazy.
That's the crazy part about it. Like, a funeral ain't nothing, girl. They shooting up the funerals and everything.
It's so normal. Like, I got a friend that live in Bolingbrook, and he recently injured himself. He tore his Achilles heel, and I was like, why don't you get one of them things where you can put your knee on it and go,
Yeah, those scooters.
He was like, you can't do that shit in the shot.
No.
Yeah.
He was like, you got to be able to get on down. I was like,
yes.
Damn. Like, that is it where you live.
Yeah.
It used to be like that. It's like that now. I'm like,
it's crazy because me and my family, we sat down because my grandfather is old, and he has money and property and whatever. And I talked to my mom. I'm like, what are we gonna do? Because we're gonna have to go there and take care of some stuff. And my mom was like, I'm not getting shot. I'm like, well, somebody's got to go out there. I remember my dad wanted some ribs in Chicago, and my mom's like, I ain't getting shot for no ribs. And I'm like, okay.
Listen, so they tore those projects down. So they're gonna build them into, I think, nice condos or whatever.
We have a lot of that. Like Humboldt Park was
Atlanta, baby. They knocked all our projects down. The people, I heard there's still some projects somewhere around here, but the projects that I used to know, I was at the edge of downtown Atlanta, over there go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they're all gone now. Like the hood in Atlanta that I used to stomp in is now absolutely 100% gentrified. A lot of people
Yes.
from like New York,
Mhm.
Cali, all of them type of places moved here.
Yep.
Where it used to be like you could go over there and buy you a little house for probably,
Yep.
maybe a
So
buck,
listen, I
125.
lived
Like, nope, that shit is high now.
I lived in Harlem, right, with my dad, and so like all of my dad's family is there. He has a huge family in New York. So I would go back. Do you know? It was so crazy. I went back and so I took the train downtown because I was staying with my dad's friend in Long Island. Baby, when I got off the train in Harlem, like where I used to live, and I saw like white people jogging with dogs, I started looking around like, what the hell is going on? That shit blew me.
Right. Like
Like
I
literally,
went
it
to New
blew
York.
my mind.
I went to New York and I saw Harlem before gentrification and after. I was able to
Yes.
see New York before the Twin Towers fell and after.
Exactly. Me too. Cause my dad worked in the Twin Towers.
Oh wow. Yeah, like
Yeah.
it was like a totally different place when I went back though. Like I can't. It's
Yes.
still New York City. Like it is what it is. Manhattan is still Manhattan. The boroughs are still the boroughs. But
Listen, when I got on 125th Street and saw like Dave and Buster's and all of them, I'm like, what the
isn't that
fuck?
crazy?
When
Like
I
I remember
left,
the first time I went and I got like we didn't even know anything about New York. We didn't know anything about. All we knew was whatever we had seen on TV. Right. This was I was in
mm-hmm,
college, and we got up there and came out like we literally caught the Greyhound because that's how bad we wanted to go see it. We wanted to see it. We just had to see it then.
mm-hmm.
I'm so glad we went when we went because we went right before September 11th. So I'm glad we went when we went. But I remember,
Listen, it even changed right before. It even changed before it did. When I lived there like 89, 90,
oh yeah,
91.
back in the day, that
42nd Streets was nothing but like peep shows and fucking
oh yeah,
arcades and like what I'm saying? Like it was totally different. I actually lived right around the corner from the Apollo Theater. So I
okay,
stayed like on 122nd Street. That's on 125th Street.
yeah.
And like when I was living there, it was like you used to go to Woolworths and sit at the counter and eat and
Yeah.
all like, you know what I'm saying?
When
But I
I got
came
there,
back.
we caught the train to 125th Street just to go see
Yes.
like the Apollo, and we wanted to see the
Mm-hmm.
fried chicken place. They had the lights
Yup.
around it. So we went and did all of that. We we went up to
Sylvia's.
Sylvia's. Yep, we went up
Mm-hmm.
there. We did
Mm-hmm.
all of that, and when we went back the next time, I was like, damn, they had vegan restaurants and like,
Right.
you know
I'm
what
gonna
I'm saying?
put it in perspective, right? My dad was gonna buy the brownstone that he was living in, right? And at that time it was probably like 75,000.
Oh yeah, not no
Um
more, baby.
oh baby, it's like 3.2 million.
Yeah, ain't that crazy how that shit works? Like I've seen that happen in
Yes.
cities. Because honestly, Nashville was the same way. I used to live there too, and we had an opportunity to buy a house that I was renting when I was in college, and the owner was like, "I'll sell it to y'all for 30,000." Like it was like a little shotgun house in the hood. And we were
Mm-hmm.
like, man, we ain't giving you 30,000 for this piece of shit ass house. We about to graduate, get the fuck out of here. We going to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? We was like, we
Mm-hmm.
out of here. And now I looked that house up probably a year ago. That same house is worth like close to 400,000. And
Oh yeah.
all they did was put some flooring and appliances and paint.
Renovated it. Oh my God. Listen, I don't think my dad realized back then because back then, the brownstones, like this one was livable. Then you'll have 4 in the middle that's abandoned. Then you'll have another one that's livable. And then you have like 3 more that's abandoned all down the block. And at that time, certain ones I would see like construction workers going in there and like fixing them up. I really wish he would have like literally. I really wish he would have
Yeah,
bought
that
that.
would have
Like,
been
yo,
amazing.
like
Noble Nuth Atum Shivek. Yeah, we're not actually talking about real artificial intelligence. Sorry for the misleading title. It's a sector thing. Hold on, Shay, you good, baby? Shay, she might be asleep. I know Shay will get cozy in a minute and go.
Okay. She's been quiet for a mighty long time.
No, I know Shay be getting her shit together and be laying on down like, let me go on and listen. I love it though. She says, "Sexy." I'm that mess. She says, "Sexy Nikki is your new name." I know that's right. Nikki been fine. Okay, they just don't know.
Okay,
it's all good. She keep her fineness on lock.
Period.
Sorry, I'm here. I was typing. Yeah, I had to. And you get people cloning me and shit. And it's one thing to have somebody clone your account and be in a chat and using your actual face. That shit is crazy. So that's when I stopped using my face. Just because it's weird to see. You see somebody typing and they got your face and they're pretending to be you. You're like, whoa, that's weird. That's why.
What the hell going on?
That's when you know you made it.
Yeah, so that's why. But I'll still show my pic because I'm, it's me.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And
one Nikki with the eye patch balloon.
Yes. Oh, and I have both my eyes. The eye patch thing is kind of an ongoing troll thing, so everybody knows I got both my eyes. Just so you know, because I get asked that often.
Had to be stereo days.
Yes. Because Bree hated it. She hated my eye patch, and I'm defiant by nature, so it was like, oh, well, I'm gonna keep it, and then. At YouTube, I was like, "Oh fuck it, I'm gonna use it." So that's what that was.
Well, y'all, it's time for me to wrap this on up. Mama got the
yeah. I just got a couple pop-ups, so I was like, maybe we need to go see what's going on.
Girl, we might be back tomorrow. Who knows, honey?
Shoot, if you're here, I click the link. I don't work tomorrow.
Okay, maybe I can muster up some.
I wish you would.
Gonna
give us your story about your nights out, girl. What really happened?
Oh, girl, y'all gonna have to wait until it get real hot outside. We'll see what.
Oh,
okay.
And I'm a bad influence, so don't look at me.
Bad influence. I don't plan on. I'm gonna have a very well-behaved middle-aged woman summer. Possibly with my ass out.
Whatever.
I don't know.
Well, then don't talk to me. Because I'll mess you all up. Talk about we did it in the car. Yeah, don't talk to me.
Listen, I'm gonna behave.
Maybe we could talk Nikki or Bella into going live, one of the two, or maybe like right.
What now? Bella should go live. Where is Bella?
Why you ain't going live? Why you ain't telling everybody else? Why you ain't going live?
Wait, let's talk about this real quick before we go, Nikki. So you remember we were talking about earlier? We were talking about the remote control panties.
Oh yes, girl.
Girl, why did I find the ones that control over the internet, and they were like $150?
Oh, were they?
Oh my god!
It's not like that's a lot of money. It's just because of what I'm buying. I'm like, never paid that much for anything like that. I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, they're really fun. I don't know about the app with the long distance, but I know like within a certain circumference, like if you're at a dinner party, whatever, he or she has the remote control. So it's fun. It may be worth it, but I don't know. You might want to check the reviews because you have absolutely no control, none whatsoever. You have given complete control to your partner.
Whoa.
That's a lot. Heavy. It is heavy, but it's fun.
Yeah, I might look into that. Yeah. That sounds
check the reviews at least.
Mind fuckery to a whole new level. Anyway, thanks for coming.
All right, ladies.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
A little outro music while y'all leaving.
Chat, thank you all for coming so much. Thank everybody that shared. I really appreciate y'all for popping in on me tonight. Yeah. So I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one.
If Peter Piper pecked him, I bet you Biggie bust him. He probably tried to fuck him. I told him not to trust him. Lyrically, I dust him off like flesh. They hard like sledgehammers. Bitch with that platinum breath. I am a diamond cluster hustler. Queen bitch, supreme bitch. Kill a nigga for my nigga by any means, bitch. Murder scene bitch, clean bitch.
Disease free bitch, check it.
I write a rhyme, nothing in mouth like Eminem. Roll with the mafia.
Remember them?
Tell them when I used to mess with gentlemen. Straight up, a pop me. Now strictly niggas to jock me. Kill a nigga for the figure. How you figure?
Your cheddar would be better.
For better, inside of the better. Nobody do it better. Bet I wet ya like hurricanes and typhoons.
Got buffoons eating my pussy while I watch cartoons.
See to move. Rap here, beer here, baby drinkers beware. Mostly dope she wear. Frank kill niggas live for 1.5. Why you struggle to try? We pick which things to try. The mafia, you wanna be them? Most of y'all niggas can't eat without per diem. I'm rich, I'ma stay there. Who you loving, who you wanna be hugging? Go with niggas that be thugging, bugging. In the tunnel with Esso, sipping espresso, cappuccino with Nino. On a mission for the Lucci Trino. I used to wear Moschino, but every bitch got. Now I rock colorful mix because my pockets stay high. See no after see no drink for 15 plus the caterer. You think you're greater?
You niggas got some audacity. You sold $1 million, now you have for me. Get off my dick, kick it, bitch.
Check my bitch, authentic persona. And I still stick your moms for her stocks and bonds. I got that
Bomb ass cop, a good ass shot.
with hardcore flows to keep a nigga dick rock. Sippin' Chippendales, up in Chippendale. Shopping Bloomingdale's for Prada bag. Female done got a hat. No problem, spitting cream with my team.
Shit straight like 915, you know what I mean?
Choose the Diamond District with my biscuit.
Floss in my Rolex, rich shit. I'm rich, I'ma stay that bitch. All right, y'all. Good night.